My mama was a doctor, and I think she'd look at these numbers and say that Donald Trump's doing absolutely awful in the minds of the American people. What are we talking about? We're talking about new lows for Donald Trump.
Yeah, those new lows do look bad. They look so bad that I'm not sure you need to talk to your mama doctor to identify that they're bad. I think we can figure out that those are bad, Harry Enton. But anyway, anecdotes aside, Donald Trump is now actually hitting new lows, particularly for his handling of the economy. And when I say new lows, I mean ever. These polls are showing that he is doing worse than he's done throughout this term than he did throughout the 4 years prior. People don't like Donald Trump, but in particular, they don't like his handling of the economy. And here is more from Harry Enton on that.
Trump's economic net approval rating hits lows with these pollsters. CNBC, look at this. Down now, minus 13 points on the net approval rating on the economy. You come to this side of the screen, it's minus 19 points among Quinnipiac. And keep in mind, we're talking about hitting record lows for Donald Trump in either his first term, which of course ended back in 2021, or his second term, which is ongoing right now. The bottom line is Donald Trump is at the lowest point ever in either of his terms. Donald Trump isn't just beating himself with record lows. This is the lowest for any president ever at this point in either a presidency or for a second term.
That is actually pretty, like setting aside all the weird stuff that Harry Enton adds on to everything, but that is pretty amazing. At this point as president, not only is he doing worse than he's ever done, he's doing worse than anyone has ever done. Like, we considered Biden to have been a pretty unpopular president, right? No, Trump is doing worse than that. He just won the presidency less than a year ago at this point, and he is already making history in all the wrong ways. Viviana, what do you think?
Well, he doesn't have to worry about his popularity because he ain't leaving. Doesn't really matter to him. Back to the ballroom. I mean, it's all he knows, John. It's like Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, who's telling him this is okay? He's not worried about any other international relations or whatnot. He knows construction, real estate, ballrooms, and event planning, like you said. That's what he knows. That's what he's almost 80 years old. I'm sorry. This is what he knows. This is what his wheelhouse is. He's comfortable doing it. So that's why all of his attention is going there. And it's all a grift.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you say that he knows construction, but I don't know. He thought that they could build it without it affecting the established structure. And he also thought it was going to cost half of what it does now. So does he even know construction? How I understand.
Let me rephrase that.
What's that?
He doesn't know construction. He knows construction grift. So he knows that he can build something and take money out of it. That's what I meant, not the actual process of building.
By the way, again, I know that we already talked about the building, but like the price just went up to 300 million. And I understand that projects, over the course of their life get more expensive. How did this one get more expensive before they even started building it? It's not like it's taking longer than they thought. They haven't started. I'm starting to think that he's either a massive liar or utterly incompetent when it comes to construction. But anyway, in terms of incompetence, that seems to be what people think they're seeing, not just on the handling of the economy as we talked about, but also the shutdown that people are feeling right now. Again, I talk about this in the hopes that the president will remember that a shutdown is happening. He's too busy thinking about his fancy dancing room. But when you ask the American people who caused the shutdown, they do still blame Donald Trump and the GOP much more than they blame the Democrats. And that is despite like daily press conferences from Mike Johnson talking about legislative terrorism and hostage taking and all that. They've tried to throw this thing onto the Democrats, and it was possible they could do that. The Democrats are bad messengers, but they've stayed focused on extending the healthcare subsidies. And I feel like that message has actually gotten through. And so the American people are rightly blaming the Republicans for this. And they're gonna do that even more as the cost increases from this continue. And they are now starting to do that. So Idaho consumers are the first in the nation getting a look at the actual price increases that are gonna happen to them when the ACA subsidies go away. And here's the executive director of Your Health Idaho talking about what those look like. On average, gross premiums, or the overall cost of the premium, has gone up about 10%. And that doesn't sound so bad, 10%. But the net premium, that's the amount the consumer pays after the tax credit has been applied, has increased about 75%. Can you imagine? It's not like people, for years they've just been saying, healthcare is so damn affordable, I don't even think about it. No, they were already complaining about it. It's gonna go up 75%. That is literally going to be, for most people, if it's not already, the most expensive thing other than rent and housing is now going to be going up by 75%. It's going to be more than their car costs them. It's going to be more than servicing student loan debt costs them. And this is happening willingly because the Republicans are just choosing to let it happen. And so Idaho's seeing it, but soon Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina, they're going to see it soon too. Wyoming, West Virginia, Connecticut, Illinois, they're expecting the increases to be from between 535% to nearly 700% heading into a midterm election. Interesting political strategy, Viviana. Any other thoughts?
It's so sad, John, and that's just the premiums. If you actually get sick, you'll be totally ruined. Wasn't it Trump who said that he was going to reduce prescription prices by 1,000%? Wasn't that what was promised? Yeah. Is that promised? I don't know. Ask Joe Rogan, because everything's been delivered, apparently.
Exactly. He's just doing what he said he was going to do. I don't get these protesters. But honestly, I think he's not going to get the concern of the economy either. Dude's got hundreds of millions of dollars. He doesn't have any idea what regular people are going through. Maybe bring a regular person onto your show and not just your band of sycophantic Austin area comedians.